Hello and welcome. This is your channel. Today we want to see how VLOOKUP is a very important tool, especially if you want to select specific information from a long list of data. For example, you have a list of students who have done exams, and there are several rows. You could be having classes of 50 students, 60 or 80, and you want to have a simple report template where you can search admission number of a student, then information related to that specific student is shown with the overall grade and everything. Only one person at a time. If you want to search student number 50, you just type the admission number and you get that specific information about that student. It is very easy to do that using VLOOKUP. If you do not know how to use VLOOKUP, then it will mean you link the cells one by one, which is very difficult, because the only option is to learn how to do mail merging, but some of the teachers were complaining that mail merging is also too difficult for them. So today I want to simplify it for you using VLOOKUP. It is a very important tool to know, and every teacher should be able to use it anywhere. Apart from teachers, other businessmen who normally generate things like invoices, receipts for one specific customer from a list of data can as well learn those skills from what I'm going to present. Let us do simple calculations on Excel sheets. Then from there, I will show you how to apply the lookup. I have already prepared examination sheets and filled the data here. Here we have total marks which the papers contained, and down here we have different students with the amount they have scored. I have not done any analysis. It was just data entry of the first test and the second test and the exam out of 70. The rest we want to do together so that you get a picture of how easy it is, not difficult. I'm assuming you know the basics of Excel. You can color the cells, you can apply borders to them, and I'm going to only show the calculation part, which is also not difficult. So looking at my class here, I have 9 students, and they were sitting for 3 subjects: English, mathematics, and science. And here, for English, I want to calculate the percentage score. So the first thing to do is to determine what is the total marks. I will go therefore ahead and calculate the total for each of these subjects. So I will just put here equal sign, then write sum, double click it, select this total marks, and press enter on the keyboard. So this is the total marks which I'm expecting from the 3 papers. Now I will go ahead down here and determine the percentage which was scored by the student. To get the percentage, I will put the equal sign and I will sum all the marks scored by this student here. So I will write here sum and select the marks and press enter. So this student, Jack, scored a total of 110 marks out of 130. So I want to determine a percentage from this. Now to get the percentage, I will take this total. Let me put brackets here. I will take the total divide by the total which is in this cell, F5, or that is the maximum amount expected, or that somebody can score. So I've taken my sum divided by the total. Then I also want to make this absolute, so that when I am dragging down the formula, I don't want it to leave this cell with 130 in it. So I will put $sign before the column header and the row number, like that. Just put $sign, and I will close my bracket. I'm using bracket just to ensure that my BODMAS rules are well applied. I want to do division before multiplication, so I'm putting the division content in brackets. Now I want to take that multiplied by 100, because we know very well percentage is calculated out of 100. So this one means take the total scored divided by the total achievable marks multiplied by 100. That part is done. Now I want to round off whatever will be obtained here to have no decimal places. So I will go ahead and put a round function here, and put the content inside my round function. When I open this bracket, I am putting the whole of that content inside the round bracket. Then I am going to go to the second part of the round, where I'm going to specify the number of decimal places. Since I want integers, I don't want decimal places, I will put a 0 and close the round bracket. So I will press enter. So this student has scored 85, and now I'm free to drag down this formula because it will not leave this 130. The rest I want to shift down, like this C6, it will shift down. It will be shifting down, shifting down, shifting down. That is from C6 to E6. From here it will go to C7, C8, like that. So that one should shift. But the 130 cell should not be left in the calculation. So my calculation is correct. Let me just drag down this formula handle until there. Next, I want to go ahead and copy this one to the other cells and do the same. The beauty of Excel is once you've done one formula somewhere, you can just copy and paste. So let me copy these totals first. This one I will go ahead and paste here. Then I will copy that one again and paste it here. So that is the total marks. When I click here, you can see it is referring to M5 to O5, which is this M to O. So it is updating automatically. This one is referring to H to J, which is this H to J. So it is refreshing itself automatically. I will go ahead and also copy this 85. I'm copying that formula for Jack and I'm pasting it here and confirming my cell references. Here it is referring to summing from H2 to J, which is from H to J, so it is correct, and it is dividing with F5. But you remember my F5 is on this side, so I want to change the reference to reflect K5 here. So I will come here and change this F to K and press enter. That is the only modification I've done. Now it is correct. It is referring to this immediate total here. So I am going to drag down this exactly as simple as that. Likewise, I'm going to copy from here and I'm going to paste here. Then I will update my cell reference. It is picking from K5. So I want it to pick from P5. I'm going to change this to P. I will change that to P. Then we are done with the percentages. Then I will drag down the formula. The mean are simply the averages in these columns. So I will just use the average function and do the means like that. Then press enter. Now I want to round off this average by just putting round function here and opening that bracket. At the end, I just round it to 0. I want integers only, and also position this correctly in the middle and drag across until there. Then I am done with the means. So I will go ahead and copy this average from here and paste it here. After pasting, I will confirm the cell references. It is referring to my H, so it is correct. I will just go ahead and drag across like this. I want also to copy this one and paste it here. When I click check my reference, it is referring to M, column M, so it is correct. So I will just drag across. So far we are done except for the grades now. Let us do, this is the grading key, 80 and above A, 70 to 79B, 60 to 69C, 50 to 59D, and 0 to 49F. For that one, we are going ahead and using the if function here. Equal sign, put if, double click, pick your value, and I will use greater or equal to, and start with the limit of 80, the lower limit of this band. So I will type the limit, which is 80. Let us just use here. Then specify the grade. So I am going ahead and clicking. I'm going ahead and clicking this. And I make it absolute so that it doesn't leave this cell. Make it absolute. Then I will do another if. This time I will check if what is here is greater or equal to, and I'm using the lower limit of the second band, which is 70. And in that case, I want the grade to be this B. So I will click B and make it absolute, so that when I am dragging down the formula, it should not leave that cell. It should write B. I'm going ahead to the next band, put if, double click, pick my figure, check if it is greater or equal to. This time the limit is 60, so I will type here 60 and put comma, and in that case I want it to insert this grade C, and I will make it absolute not to leave this cell. As simple as that. Now there is only one remain. There are still two grades are remaining, because we have 50 to 59. So I will go ahead and do another if. Remember, you have to put commas before you do if. Click, check if this is greater or equal to, my limit is 50, and I want grade D. I will go ahead, click that, make it absolute. We call it absolute reference. Now, looking at my my grade, there is only one remaining grade, which is F. So if somebody is not falling in this form, automatically this person will fall in the last band. So I will just put the last grade directly by just clicking F. Okay. If there is one remaining thing, you just put it directly after putting the comma, and I will also make it absolute. Okay. Now I will close the number of open brackets. This is bracket 1, 2, 3, 4. So I will close it with 4 brackets and press enter. So our grade is done. So let me just go ahead and drag this formula down. As simple as that. Now I will go and do the same. I will copy this formula here and go and paste it here, so that I do for mathematics. So I will press Ctrl V and confirm my reference. You can see it is speaking from K6, K6, K6. My K6 is this. This is K6, so it is correct. I will go ahead and only drag it down like that. Do another copy of this grade, paste it here, Ctrl V on the keyboard. Check my reference, it is speaking from P6, P6, P6. My P6 is this one, P6. So I will drag down. As simple as that. It is a matter of doing one difficult task, then you copy paste and you confirm your references, then you drag down. Finally, I want to do total marks for each subject, and I'm going to pick from these percentages. These are the percentages. So I will just click here. I will click there, put equal sign, write sum. Then double click it. So I want to click the first one. The first one for the first person, I want this one. Then I'll put a comma. Then go ahead and click the second one. That is for mathematics. Put a comma and click the last one, which is for science. Then close brackets and press enter. This one will give me the total of the 3 values in the cells. Going ahead, dragging down here. Then I'm done with the totals. Then I will go now to the overall. The overall is where we simply do the average of the 3 subjects for each person. Let me just take the max scored, total scored, divided by this total here. And since I will drag down and I don't want to leave this cell with 300, I will go ahead and make it absolute using the dollar signs. Make it absolute like that. Then I will put a bracket so that I want it to add first, then multiply by 100. I will get percentage for that. Then remember, I want to round off this answer. So I will just round it here like this, and I will put a comma and put a 0 so that I get an integer. Press enter. Looking at this now, you can see it is ready to go. I can drag down. The values in the R will be shifting downwards, but this one of 300 is fixed here using the dollar signs, so it is absolute. I will just drag down. After dragging down, I am almost done. Now what is remaining are comments for the students. This one, good work. The next one, very good work. The next one is just the same, so I will just go ahead and copy this and paste it. Those people who got 60 something, I just give them good work. The ones who scored 70, I will go ahead and give them very good. Then the ones with 80, excellent work. Excellent work. Then copy this one. The one with 70 is very good. Even these two are very good. Like that, this one is excellent work. Let me paste it here. Now I am done with the analysis and the calculation. This is excellent work, and this is the most sensitive part. If you make a mistake and you generate reports, there will be a lot of complaints. Now the next thing is to go to my reports. You can see for yourself. The marks are here. The marks are here. And I am just assuming there are 3 subjects. If there are many subjects, you will be copy pasting this chunk. Then you only feed raw data and repeat whatever I have shown until the end of the subject. The next thing to do, when I'm scrolling this sheet, you can see the names keep on disappearing on the left part of the sheet, and I cannot match the overall figures here with the comment with the name. So I will go and put freeze. You just click after the cells where you want to freeze. So I want to freeze these two. So I will click the column header after those two. Then I just come to view here. Then freeze pen. Then the first one, keep rows visible while the rest. I will just click this freeze pen here like this. Now I think they are frozen. Now when I scroll, you can see the names are sticking there while the rest of the data is moving. That is very, very important, especially if you have a very wide sheet. So here I can just even scroll and I match the overalls to the name. That is very important. Now finally, let us have an interface where we only show one person's marks. I have already prepared this, and I am going to show you how we can use VLOOKUP to achieve that. So here, this is what I'm going to do. I want to go ahead and count how many rows. If I count like this, the number of rows, let me see. I can count with this. You can just check here the row, the columns. So I just move like this. I want to know how many are there. There are 20. This is very important while doing VLOOKUP because we'll be referring to them in the VLOOKUP. So I have 20 columns occupied by my data. So the first thing I want to do on this report is to refer to admission number cell here. This is where we will be typing the admission number and the content will be changing. And our admission numbers are here. In this, they are just 1, 2, 3. These are the ones we are assuming they are admission numbers. So I will come here. For English, I want Cat 1 marks, Cat 2 exam overall, and grade. And we'll have to do one at a time. So the first thing we will do is to put here a 1 as placeholder. This is very important because it cannot go empty. So I will go and do VLOOKUP here. Then double click, pick my admission number, comma. In the table array, I will go and select the table for English. And your selection must include even the admission number and name. So English ends here. I will scroll down there, then continue, putting comma. I want in return marks from this column number. For Cat 1, it is column number 1, 2, 3, column 3. So I will put 3. Then here I want exact match, so I will double click false and close the bracket and press enter. And now after doing that, I want to drag down. I want to drag across like this to the grade, because I will shift from I want it to shift from Cat 1 to go to Cat 2 exam percentage grade, like that. So it means it will be increasing to 4 here, to column 4, 5, like that. Now let us go ahead and do another VLOOKUP. This one is picking from E2. So let me make this absolute, because I don't want to leave cell E. So I will put $sign here and put $sign there. I don't want to leave cell E. This is fine. I also want to copy paste and change this so that it shifts to the next column, which will be containing Cat 2. Okay, so I want it to pick from Cat 2 of English. This is Cat 2, which is row 1, 2, 3. This is column 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's go ahead and copy this and pasting it here. Now you can see I can change this to 4 now and press enter. So it has picked 21. Coming back here, you can see it is 21. So I will go ahead and copy this again, paste it here, and change this to 5. Copy this, paste it here, change this to 6. I will copy this, just escape. Let's copy this, paste it here, change this to 7. Change this to column 7. Now let us confirm this is 26, 21, 63, 85A. 26, 21, 63, 85A. Correct? That is very much correct. If I change admission number here to 2 and press enter, you can see it is changing to student number 2, which is 17, 19, 52. So I come in here, it is 17, 19, 52. That is actually what we want. We want to be able to change things here, and it is updating the report automatically. So I will go ahead and do for mathematics. But before I do for mathematics, I will come here and do some tricks. Here you can see it is reading. It is reading from 3 until 7. So it means I can come here and write 3, 4. Let me drag it until 7. Now instead of typing, I just want to be dragging. So I will change the reference of this 3. Change the reference of this 3 to here. I press enter. Then I just drag across until here. Yeah. So that I don't have to be typing. Now let us look at for mathematics. We are going until which column? For mathematics, it will be from column. For maths, it is from column 1 to end of, that is L. So let me try to count this until this A. It is 12 columns. So for maths, I will need up to 12 columns. So I will come and do. This is from 8, 9 until 12. It goes like this. That is 12. Excellent. So I will come here and do correction here. This should be H6. This is H6. So it should be column number 8, which is equivalent to what is in H6. I will press enter. Now let me try to drag it across. Excellent. That is 617 34 44 F. That should be for the mathematics for the first person. That is correct. Let's go ahead and check for science. For science, we'll be picking from column, let me count by dragging. For science, we'll be picking from column 13 until column 17. 13 to 17. So I will come here and put here 13. Now let me undo. 13, 14. 13, to 17, like that. So I will go ahead and do my VLOOKUP, equal sign VLOOKUP, double click it, and I'll go ahead and pick my division number, make it absolute, so that when we are dragging the formula, we are not leaving this cell. Put a comma. My table array, I'm gonna pick it. I will just come here, and I want to select from this one to end of science, to the end of science here. Then go down. Will go down until there. That is my table array, and I have to make it absolute. So I will put a $sign here, and also $sign there, and put $sign here, then put $sign there, then put comma. Remember, I want to pick from column M. That one should be the 13th one, I think so. This one. So I will just come here and click this cell. After clicking that cell, I will put comma and choose the false one and close that. I think everything is now okay. I will press enter. Let me confirm if the max is 20 for science for the first person. For cat 1 it is 20. So going back, I just want to drag to the end. Then it is correct. And the first person got C in science. Now we are almost there. I am going to pick here, using VLOOKUP, the total obtained marks. This one we will just do equal sign VLOOKUP, double click it, pick my value here. This time I don't even need to make anything absolute. I'm going to pick my lookup table. Okay, I have to pick it from the first column to the column with the totals. This is the column with the total. This is the row with the total. Then going downwards. Yeah, now that will be my table, and I am picking it from column number. This should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. Yeah, I'm picking the returning value there and making this false and closing that. Excellent. That is where I'm picking that one. So what about overall obtained marks? VLOOKUP, double click it, and then I'm going to pick my value here, put a comma, get my table array. I move from this number 1 to where my percentage is. My percentage is here. Yeah, This is where my percentage is. Here is my percentage. Then I'm going downwards until here. That will be my table. Until here. Yeah. Then put comma. And I want to pick from column. This one should be column. Let me confirm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. I'm picking from column 19 and I want exact match. Close the bracket and press enter. This one seems to have an error. I need to check it again. Let me just delete it. It has confirm here. Let me reduce it. Let me count which column is that I need here. I'm coming until column 19. Should be column 19. Then the remarks. This is column 19. Then remarks is in column 20. Okay, 19 and 20. Let us do it again. VLOOKUP. Double click. Then I'm going to pick my value here, comma, get my array table, drag it until column 19. This is column 19. Go down until there, put comma, return will be column 19, false, and close the bracket. Excellent. So it has already picked that is 66. Let's confirm the overall for the first person is 66. Then the grade, we will go to column 20 now. So we go ahead, we look up, double click it, pick my value here, put comma, get my array table from 1 to 20. 1 to column 20, going downwards. Then I want here column 20, false match. Close the bracket, press enter. Now this should be overall grade, not comment. So let me see. I don't think I have. We did put we did put a grading system here. So I will go ahead and right click this and insert a column here and include your overall grade. So I'll just pick this grading system here and paste it here. It is picking from S, and you can see it as updated S, so it is correct. So I have inserted this column 20. My lookup should give me a C here. Now it is correct. So I will go ahead and do the rest. Finally, so I will have remarks here. Let me have remarks somewhere here. Remarks. VLOOKUP. Let's do it. VLOOKUP. Double click it. Pick my admission number, comma, get my table array, get my table array, go down until end of remarks. Then it will be column 21. And I want exact match. Then you press enter. Yeah, it has come. So I will go ahead and simply specify the area of the report by going to the view. Let me save the changes. Going to the view, page break view. So I don't want these numbers to be seen in the printable area. Yeah, I don't want these numbers to be seen. So we'll just drag this in. So we will only be printing page 1. This page 2 will not be printed. Just stretch it a bit. Then you can specify the layout, like in the page layout here. I want it the size of the paper to be A5. I want A5, and the orientation I want landscape. A5 landscape. It is very, very important to use this page break view, and also you specify the dimension of the paper so that your report looks neat. Yeah. So only page 1 will be printed, and that is what will be happening now. Each time you print page 1. That is how simple it is, and we can test our report now. If I put here 2, press enter, you can see the information has changed, but we have forgotten to put somebody's name. So let us go back and put somebody's name. Here, let me just put it here. I just write your name. name of the student, of course, and put equal sign. I do another VLOOKUP for the name, so it will be equal sign VLOOKUP. I will click, go back to my cell here, then go and pick my array table with the names. This will be the smallest table with only the admission number and names, and press enter. Not enter, I have to give it column number. My column number should be 2, that is the one with the name, with the exact match. Enter. So name has come. This is the name of the student. You can see it there. Let me position this one at the center, and even the name at the center. So our report is complete. We can just come here and type 3, and you get information for student number 3, that is Eric. I can come here and type number 8 and enter. You can see the information is changed. That is how easy it is. You don't need to do mail merging in this case. It is only doing everything in Excel. Please go ahead and try it out if it is working for you. See you in my next video. Bye bye.